Hi there, this is Vincent Hammer from exocad. I just want to give you a quick introduction into the PartialCAD split denture feature that has been added as of Chemnitz build 3.3. This is a very easy way to set up a split denture. For starters, we start in the DentalDB and set up a project. There's many ways you can set up this case. Basically what you're looking for is to design a wax up with implants in DentalCAD first, and then you continue to PartialCAD. So I have here a case with bar segments and bar pillars. There are other variations you can use as well. Okay, let's start the partial framework. So it's imported the wax up in the implants. And so the important distinction with PartialCAD is that we have a hierarchical way to edit the curve. We don't just click on all these individual control points to create the initial position of the split curve. Rather, it proposes that for you based on your parameters around your bar. So if you go here to the margin, you can make a different offset from the bar, a different offset around the implants, and you can also set a minimum distance to the implants. And with those three variables and where your bar is, you can get that whole curve set up for you instead of having to enter 75 control points or however many it is. So we'll also want to, in this case, change the position a little bit of the bar. So we go into the curve tool, click on the bar, make some quick adjustments. And notice that as I'm doing this, the split curve is moving with my changes. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick check of the bottom. With these convex cases, you have to be a little bit careful that you're not going too close up to this this steep ridge here. So that it looks okay. So let's just continue. Okay, so now we're in the split denture tool. And now it's showing you your split curve. And you can do different offsets and insets to that split curve as your case requires. Basically, right now we're going to have like a very small offset around this with a thickness of 0.2 millimeters, which should give you a sort of a lip that goes all the way around. You have different options. Basically, you can think of the bar as sort of the very top part. The contour is the controls that are in the middle. You have different varieties of things that you can do with thickening around the screw channels. And then you have the base, which is, in this case, only this little lip, where you can control how thick that lip is and also how much of a curvature it has. So let's just take the settings as we have and continue. So now we've arrived in assemble parts. At the moment, the wax up part has not yet been split. We've just created the bar, and we also haven't poked the holes in the bar yet. That happens in this assemble part step. And you have various options here on what kind of gap you need between the parts and if you need any additional draft. But as is, we'll just accept these values and we'll just go to next. All right, so now the parts have been assembled, which means that that there's cavities and there's offsets that have been created. And so now at the save for build step, we have the option, obviously, to reduce the number of triangles and sharpen the margin curve. So the other thing that happens at this step is that the original triangles from DentalCAD for the implants are stitched back into the original. So in all the critical areas, you get the identical triangles. So let's just apply and see what happens. Okay, so now the parts have been assembled, triangles have been reduced, triangles have been stitched in, the edges here have been made sharp, and you can see your original DentalCAD triangles stitched in here. And let's just blow the final thing up. All right, there you have it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
If you'd like to learn more, our resellers are always happy to help. And in case you are looking for training from one of our exocad experts, visit our webshop shop.exocad.com. Book your personalized online training and choose from a variety of topics, including core basics for all our products, release highlight introductions, module how-tos, Q&A sessions, and more. Alternatively, select one of our pre-arranged one-on-one coaching packages, tailored for every experience level, from essentials to masterclass courses. We now also offer classroom training at our Excellence Center in Darmstadt headquarters or in Wakefield, Massachusetts. Classroom training provides a collaborative learning experience at a value-packed price, making top-tier education more accessible than ever. Book your training now at shop.exocad.com.